And the takeaways from this are, that's not an overly active plume of smoke, and it's rising almost directly vertical. So again, just to focus on some of the positives to this at this point, this is not a flame front that is being driven by excessively dangerous downslope winds. When we think about fire in the Oakland Hills, so many longtime residents go back to the firestorm that is notorious through the Oakland Hills, that one happening closer to the Caldecott Tunnel. And on that day, it was an entirely different situation in terms of the intensity of the wind. That was a wind storm that really caused those flames to leave what you've got, you can kind of see on the side here, which is still fairly centered in by open parkland and trees and brush, and it's not getting pushed in an overly aggressive way from there into a densely populated area. Not to say that that's not a concern with this, and obviously that's the frontline concern, but just sticking with the positive notes on what we're able to see from a distance on this fire so far, there is some good news in terms of its behavior. Now, what we're seeing there through what's getting burned, and Ann was touching on this a moment ago, there's a lot of dry vegetation there. And that's probably the biggest factor in this fire for today. Yes, it is a red flag warning, and yes, it's windier than we'd like it to be at 20 to 25 mile an hour wind gusts. But the overwhelming controlling factor on the intensity of this fire today is what happened over the last 2 weeks. And that's something that also needs to be taken into account. We were breaking records for heat across the bay. We went through one of the warmest 5-day stretches that the city of San Francisco had ever experienced on record, and that played out across the entire landscape Bay Area wide. And that is what primed the vegetation, the eucalyptus trees, the dry brush, the grass. So when we're thinking about this fire in terms of the degree to which it has the ability to run, we balance all of these things. There's today's weather, obviously. We are under a red flag warning. Those are primary concerns, which for right now, while definitely top of mind, could be a lot worse than it is. But let's not leave out the fact, because it can be easy to forget this, because we move on from one thing to the next. We're coming off record-setting heat. And what happens during heat waves like that is the landscape really gets dried out. We really start to see it lose a lot of the moisture that it would have and have had to help insulate it and protect it from situations like this. That heat wave from 2 weeks, from the previous 2 weeks, is probably playing a bigger role in what we're seeing today in those flames than the actual wind event happening today. You don't want to balance them specifically and try and parse out the details that way. I don't want to downplay the fact that we are under a red flag warning and that there are winds there. But it's really the nature of the dry landscape out there. And we know eucalyptus trees can certainly be problematic in this situation. And even from the distance we're looking at, whether it's from the helicopter or even from our cameras, knowing what the layout is for that part of the East Bay Hills, there's still a lot of eucalyptus groves that are growing out there. So that is still a big concern. So a couple of things, if we wanted to, we can use the virtual map to kind of look at some of the good news and some of the concerning news on here. The wind through the East Bay Hills, we can see and visualize on the virtual map. It's not overly intense right now, and it's actually going to change direction a bit. So where we're looking is down here, right? The East Bay Hills, and for a locator on where we are, if you think of the location for where this is, think of, everybody knows where the Oakland Coliseum is. This is nowhere near the Coliseum, but this is burning in a location that's almost directly east of there, up in the East Bay Hills. It's on 580, and that's what we've really been talking about in great detail in terms of where this fire is burning at this point. And that's probably the main concern in terms of wrapping our heads around the area that's at risk. And it's the location along the East Bay Hills there. So that's a better way of getting a handle on this. And you've been covering this. I'm not sure if what we're seeing is live or if this is it's probably file video at this point, judging by the jump cuts there. So this has certainly crossed over into homes, and I know that has been part of our coverage today. But look at the trees. They're not even waving violently. When we had the firestorm, the notorious one that went through the Oakland Bay Hills decades ago, those trees were waving violently, and the pictures show it. And the smoke was not rising vertically. It was getting blown horizontally along with embers within the smoke coming off of those flames, which was then getting transported from house to house to house So just to come back to some positives on this for what we can see, that's not today. So that's really good news. The images are not. The images are certainly not good news today, particularly the one that we're seeing there. So when we look at pictures like that from a distance, what you don't want to see is the dark colored smoke, which is indicative of structure fire. The lighter colored smoke is the grasses, the brush, largely eucalyptus and dry pine and oak and everything else that goes along with it, but eucalyptus tends to really kind of come front of mind for that particular part of the bay with a fire like this. But it's the dark smoke that you look for that tells you that that fire is likely, at this point anyway, working through some kind of structures. We've already seen videos of some houses that have been affected by this, and it's impossible to know exactly what that is at this point, but from a distance, what we're seeing right there is not necessarily what you want to see from smoke plume behavior. The darker the color is always a sign that for that particular location, for this moment in time, that fire is likely burning more structure than it is vegetation. So